Have you ever walked away from a moment and hours later thought, wait, was she flirting with me? Most guys miss attraction signals, not because they're clueless, not because they're socially awkward, but because attraction rarely screams, it whispers. It hides in small behaviors, micro moments, tiny shifts in attention that most people overlook. And the truth is, women often send signals before they feel safe enough to be direct, not as a game, but as a psychological filter. Because attraction isn't just about desire, it's about emotional safety. So in this video, we're decoding 7 subtle signs she wants you to make a move, but most guys completely miss them. And once you see these patterns, you'll start noticing them everywhere. 1. She keeps creating small reasons to talk to you. Picture this. You're in a group conversation. She already spoke to you 5 minutes ago, but then suddenly she turns back and asks something small. Wait, what did you say earlier about that? Or hey, do you know where the bathroom is? Or she messages you something random like, did you finish that show you mentioned? None of these questions require you, but she still chooses you. Why? Because attraction often starts with attention allocation. In psychology, attention is currency. Where someone spends their attention reveals where their curiosity lives. So when she keeps finding small excuses to talk to you, she's not just asking questions, she's keeping the connection alive. And sometimes the real signal isn't the question, it's the pattern. You're not imagining it, your radar is picking something up. 2. She stays in your orbit. You walk into a room, she's across the space. But somehow, throughout the night, you keep noticing something strange. She's nearby, not directly beside you, but close enough to interact. Attraction often works through proximity psychology. Humans subconsciously move toward people they feel emotionally curious about, not aggressively, but gradually. A chair closer, standing near the same group, walking past you more than once. It's subtle, almost invisible, but your brain notices patterns even when you can't explain them. And when someone repeatedly stays in your orbit, they're often waiting to see if you'll bridge the distance. 3. She gives you lingering attention. Here's something most guys underestimate: eye contact, but not the dramatic movie kind. The real signal is lingering attention. You say something in a group, everyone laughs, but she keeps looking at you half a second longer than everyone else. Or when you're talking, she watches you with a focus that feels slightly different. Like your words have more gravity. This happens because attraction shifts emotional bandwidth. When someone likes you, their brain prioritizes you in the environment. You become more interesting, more noticeable, more mentally highlighted. Almost like your brain gets a subtle spotlight. You're not crazy if you feel that difference. Your brain is reading micro-attention signals. 4. She teases you slightly. Imagine this. You say something confident, and she smiles and says, "Oh, really? Are you always this sure of yourself?" Or, "Wow, someone's proud of himself today." It's playful, not insulting, not hostile, just a small nudge. This is one of the oldest attraction behaviors in human social dynamics. Playful teasing creates emotional tension. It's a way of saying, I see you, and I'm comfortable interacting with you. Think of it like emotional sparring. If someone is indifferent to you, they rarely bother teasing. But if someone enjoys your presence, they'll often test the rhythm of interaction, not to challenge you, but to create chemistry. 5. She reacts differently to you. Watch how she behaves with other people. Then compare it to how she behaves with you. Maybe she's normally calm, but around you she becomes slightly more animated. Maybe she laughs more easily, or suddenly becomes a bit shy. This is emotional contrast. Attraction subtly changes behavior. Because when someone matters emotionally, your nervous system reacts differently. Your brain becomes more alert. Your emotional armor softens. You might see more smiles, more nervous laughter, more playful energy, or even moments where she seems slightly more self-aware around you. That difference? It's rarely random. 6. She opens small personal windows. She doesn't tell you her entire life story, but she reveals small personal things. Maybe she says, I actually get really nervous meeting new people. Or, I usually don't talk this much. Or she tells you something slightly vulnerable. Nothing huge, just a small emotional window. Psychologically, this is called incremental vulnerability. People reveal themselves gradually to those they feel safe with. It's a way of testing connection. Not everyone gets access to those small windows. But if she's opening them with you, she's lowering her psychological guard. And that often means she's curious where the connection could go. 7. She leaves space for you to lead. This is the one almost every guy misses. Sometimes the signal isn't what she does, it's what she doesn't do. She doesn't push the interaction forward. She pauses, she smiles, she looks at you and waits. It's a subtle invitation. Because attraction often follows a dynamic rhythm, she signals interest. You take the step, not because she can taint, but because that rhythm feels natural in many social situations. So when she creates those small pauses, those moments where the energy is clearly there but the next step hasn't happened yet, that's often her way of saying, the door is open. Final thought, here's the truth most people never say out loud. Attraction isn't obvious, it's quiet, subtle, sometimes confusing, and sometimes you'll misread signals. That's normal. You're not broken. You're not socially clueless. You're learning one of the most complex systems humans navigate, other people's emotions. But the more you pay attention to these small signals, patterns start to appear. And once you see them, human behavior becomes a lot less mysterious.